In this video, I'm going to show you how to format your outline according to APA formatting guidelines. The first thing you want to do is to make sure that your document has the references that you created when you did your outline. And we're going to use this document and now save it as, instead of outline, you're going to save it as research paper, last name underscore research paper, and save. The outline that you currently have has font and heading styles that do not conform with APA guidelines. So what we're going to do is we're going to edit the styles on the Home tab to conform with APA formatting. So the first thing you want to make sure before you go to the Home tab is that your references and your References tab, that you have APA as the style. So we'll click on the Home tab and we're going to start with the normal style. So we're going to right click and click on Modify. Because the font style needs to be Times New Roman, we're going to change to Times New Roman and 12 point. Then we have to go to the Format drop down and click on Paragraph. And the line spacing needs to be double, and there needs to be no spacing. So this needs to be before 0 point and after 0 point. Then click OK and OK. Now everything that is formatted with normal style, which this is the only thing we have, your name in the header and the working title. The other headings shifted to a second page. This will be fixed when we do the formatting for the headings. Next, we're going to right-click the Heading 1 style and click on Modify. The Heading 1 style in APA formatting guidelines should be Times New Roman, 12 point. The text needs to be black, or we can click on Automatic. It also needs to be bold and centered. Next, we'll go to the Format drop-down, go to Paragraph. And just like we did with the normal style, we're going to go to 0 before and after and make sure that the line spacing is double. And click OK and then OK. The last heading that we will edit is the Heading 2 style. So we're going to click on Modify, and this is also Times New Roman, 12 point. The text is automatic, and it is also bold. So the difference between Heading 1 and Heading 2 style is that Heading 1 is centered and Heading 2 is left aligned. And then we're going to go to the Format drop down, go to Paragraph, and make sure that it's double spacing and no spacing before and after, and click OK and OK. Next, we're going to verify that our margins are 1 inch all around, which that is the default, so you should be fine on that. So now you can see that your Heading 1 is centered, Times New Roman 12 with bold, and your Heading 2 is Times New Roman 12 point with bold. One thing I want to point out also is that when you hit the Enter button after a heading, notice that it goes to the normal style. So that is the way that it's supposed to be. So if we look at the settings in one of the headings, you can see here the style for the following paragraph shows normal. So that's how we have formatted that. The next thing that we're going to do, I did notice that this working title, we're going to get rid of it eventually here in a minute, but I just want to make sure that we're making sure that it doesn't have bold. The next thing we're going to do now is we're going to make sure that we're at the top of the document. We're going Control Home, and then we're going to add a page break in here to put our title page in. So we're going to say Control Enter, go ahead and hit Control Home again to get to the top, and then we're going to hit the center button to type our title of our paper. Then you hit Enter and type your name, hit Enter and put your school name, and you hit Enter and put the date. And we're going to hit Control Home again to get to the top of the document. And we're going to click on Control Home again and click on the Layout tab. And I noticed here that it is showing as spacing after, so it's important to go back and select that and make sure that we have the normal style on it. Now we see that there's no space after, before or after. So what we want to do here is, in order to get about a third of the page down, we're going to put 120 points. 100. Let's see here, 120. And hit Tab, and that will bring, there'll be a spacing there now so that you can see that if you're viewing one page, that you'll see that you have about a third of the page down. The last thing we're going to do in this section is to go into the header. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and delete your name from the outline. And we're going, so you just double click in the header. It brings up this Header and Footer Tools ribbon. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to select Different First Page, because you're going to have a different header on your first page than you are on the other pages. So you will type running head with a colon and then the title of your paper in all caps. If your title is more than 50 characters, you have to shorten the title, and the way you can figure that out is to highlight your title and go down here where it says 6 words and click there, and then you can get the characters and to tell whether or not you need to shorten it. Then you will hit the Tab key either once or twice, depending on the size of how long your title is, and you're going to put the page number, and you'll just say current position, plain number. The next thing we'll do is to do the header for the remaining part of the paper. So we're going to copy this title, because we don't use running head on any of the other headers, and we'll just go down to here. Notice that because we have a different first page, it didn't have the header there. So we're going to click on Control V or paste, and we'll hit the Tab key this either once or twice to get to the right margin, and then put your page number and just say current position, plain number, and now you'll have that on your page. Finally, you can delete the working title.